Hello, everyone, and welcome to part one of three of your professional unique value proposition. So, this first page that you're going to get within your workbook as we're continuing on is just a bit of an overview just to help you understand why we're doing this. We've seen the stats, we understand the stats around business failures, and we want to truly take this look and come to our planning within a strategic intent, looking at our strategies so we can apply the right tactics for the right ideal client within the correct target market that you can flourish in and define your own success. So, that whole part is in all the commentary that's out there and all the editorials is businesses fail not because of a lack of capital, it's because we blow through that capital due to a lack of strategy and vision. So, as we go through our unique value propositions and the other elements of tap in throughout the year, and then that's ongoing repeatable process that we are going to go through, this will truly help you build your own defined success. So, looking at this, I want to pull out just this part of what are truly the three niche distributions, because again, this is what we're building on. These are the strategies that we are looking for that make sense for you and your business model so that you can apply the right tactics so you don't blow through capital and you don't get wrinkles and all that great stuff. So, helping you have your defined success. So, the three most successful models of niche distribution, and I'm going to bring it in from that point of when you're in that starting phase to your final phase in your expertise phase, or that other part of you haven't done strategic planning like I do and I take you through. So it's either new to your business or you're new to strategic planning. So that first part is that traction model. So just as it says in it first is this is you're going to market to everyone. It's mass audience. You throw out a call to action every once in a while, a book time with me. This takes a lot of time. This takes a lot of money. This takes a lot of energy. So there's no true, real, strong existing relationship. They found you from advertising or marketing or whatever, or if someone says, hey, my friend said I need to work with you, and you're not aligned, but you still take that business on anyways, because you again don't know yet what to say no to. Next evolution happens within your niche distribution is your relationship model. So this relationship model, it takes a lot of nurturing, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of referrals. You're deeply involved in your community and you are taking more advice or surveys, feedback from your clientele. If you need a survey or a feedback form, by the way, please ask me for one because I do have one that will help you take the right advice from the right individuals and help you again look through what makes sense to you, what makes sense for your business for this next growth part. But again, that relationship model, this is actually where a lot of people start at because it feels comfortable, right? You want to build a relationship, you want to truly help a client. So you lead with giving back. Now, that's not the correct and strongest way. The strongest way truly is within this expertise model. And there's a reason why only 5% make it there. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy too, and it takes that part of you truly being brave and bold. So, in this model, you go all in on something very specific. There are very strong synergies that you have, there's very strong collaboration efforts that you have, and you truly stand for a cause. This is the easiest type of business to market for. Any of my content experts, any of my other experts within the community, well, that we have, that you have access for, love people that live within the expertise model. And the only reason being, it's very simplified to work for, write for, market for, automate for. And again, that question that a lot of people ask me is how long does it take to make it through, these three distribution models, this evolution of growth? If you're new to business, my response would be this takes around 15 years in and around that to go through, all the way to expertise model if you're going that way. And that other part of if you're new to planning, so you've been in business for a while and you haven't done strategic planning with me, doesn't take as long. It takes a couple of years to get there because we've got to sort through all this information. We've got to sort through all the data, and then we have to undo some bad habits that aren't serving you the right way. So now looking at this part one of part three of our unique value proposition from a professional standpoint. As you go forward, I'd like you to please pull out your personal unique value proposition as you are going through all of these exercises with me every 2 weeks. So, looking at this part of who is my ideal, or who are my ideal client and target market. And I want you to look at this from two phases. Going to start with the most important part. The ideal client, I would like you to approach this from an emotional standpoint, from a certain person, persona at a certain point in place in time within their life. Who are they? What does their everyday look like? Right? Where do they hang out? What holidays do they celebrate? What do they enjoy doing? Their physical activities, right? Are they morning people? I want you to go really, really deep in what they look like. And then as you do that, pull out your own unique value proposition, your personal one, and look at the similarities, look at the patterns, look at the connection that is there. I want you to note that. The next part is what are their pains, problem, needs, and or gaps in which my business will help them with? Again, go very emotional, look at their problems, and also the best way to do is make a note on how they like to learn, how you can best educate them. What media platforms do they hang out in? What are their habits again? Do they like videos? Do they like podcasting? Think about even that generational thought of Gen Xers like things certain ways, Gen Z, millennials, right? How do they like to absorb content? So, from this to again, pulling out your personal unique value proposition and looking at these pains, problem, needs, and or gaps that you are solving within your business for this ideal client and target market. Have you solved this problem before? Have you done this for yourself? And I want you to make note of what you have done, what your experience is, how are you educated and up to that current, and I'm not saying go get educated some more, at your current level of experience and education. How have you solved this before? Okay. Now, going kind of back up to that target market, people are wondering and maybe asking yourself of how come you're not talking specific to industry? Yes, pull industry in. And yes, that makes sense. But again, look at that personality style, who they are as human beings. We all know, and I don't want to stereotype, but I'm going to stereotype. There's a certain personality that is a doctor, a chiropractor, a lawyer, an accountant, a doctor, a museum person, a business owner that's looking for I was on such a good roll that is looking for a trade show booth, whoever your client is in the industry, but there really truly is a certain stereotype, a certain personality type. So look at that. That is truly important. And if that ideal client and target market that you're looking for, sorry, that ideal client that you best resonate with does not match that industry, take a deep look at it. And if you're having problems and if you are stuck, please book some time with myself. On this last part, why is this so important? And why does the strategic way that I coach business planning truly work and is stronger after a year of going through this program with me? It's that part of ideal client target market that will give you all your imagery, how you are showing up, color design, brand design, looking at videos. What do your thumbnails look like? What do your blogs look like? Your style. So this strongly reflects to the imagery that you're putting forward. Let it be pictures, copy, content, that kind of stuff, style, design. When we're looking at what are their pains, problem, needs, and gaps, this extra part that I coach again from a strategic perspective is that is all your copy. That's your content. Those are your captions. Again, extremely strong and powerful because so many times we go through these exercises and this isn't new. You can Google this, get this anywhere from anyone. The strongest part, ideal client target market, that's your imagery, that's your design. Your pains, problem, needs, and gaps that you solve for your client, that's your copy, that's your content, that's your captions. Extremely strong to look at. And that's how you take your unique value proposition further. On this last page, I'm going to keep reminding you to be you, be bold. We want to truly accelerate your voice, and we want to bring your vision of defined success forward as quickly and as strongly as possible. You saw this format of statement of opinion, supporting information, a try this ask, which is the true call to action in my marketing that I coach. I'm going to ask you to do this again. I'd like you to do a post, and I'm going to keep bringing this bonus activity forward for a while. Just to give you an example, before I gave this to you, I kind of put it from a coaching perspective when I would be talking to my ideal client doing a post. So I'm going to continue to do that just to show you this example. If I was looking at my target client and my ideal client and my target market, excuse me. And if I was looking at the pains, problem, needs, or gaps that they have, I can pull a piece of content out from that on just some of the elements that I have documented in that part one of my unique value proposition. So I'm going to take a moment and read it to you. As a business owner, there's a struggle around organizing your thoughts and ideas. You are rooted in the ongoing quest of how can I do this better? With knowing this, your business will thrive on structure, planning, and reflection. The challenge you face is alignment of resources to maximize every investment, most importantly, your time. Take 15 minutes and dive into what and who you love to work with and their life challenges they face around business planning and strategic planning. What does that look like? Do you see a common pattern? So you see how you can use this formula in so many different ways from pulling from all of these exercises we will be taking you through throughout the year and year after year. That last little part again, I want to just talk before I wrap this all up of your unique value proposition is probably your most important part of all of your business planning that you do. And the reason being is this is what everything is based off of. This is how we get stronger clients. This is how our marketing voice gets louder. This is how we decide what to say yes to and what to say no to. This is that strong fundamental piece. So please make sure that you revisit this at minimum once a year, and the ideal being every 90 days. And again, when we get to that point within the group, I'll show you what that looks like. Thank you so much, everyone. That's all for me. We will see you later on. Bye bye.